Oh my god. Dunkey's talking about Oblivion. We're back in the Elder Scrolls, baby. Buckle up, it's gonna get weird. Which, spoiler alert, Oblivion is Skyrim's weird older brother who got kicked out of Thanksgiving dinner for talking about the third era of gaming for too long. A game so old it still thinks online means mailing a pigeon.
I was born 87 years ago.
When Oblivion was first released.
Man, Dunkey does a pretty good impression of the Emperor. I was born 87 years ago. Yes, and you've been confused for 87 more. It's like Gandalf woke up in a GameStop. This man is older than the Constitution. My guy, 87's too old to be in a video game. You should be in a hospice. Someone get this guy an oxygen tank, a wheelchair, an IV drip, and a prayer circle.
Every single day, Bethesda walks into that building and makes a new game called Skyrim.
Yep, Bethesda wakes up, sneezes, and another Skyrim falls out of their nose. Yes! And then they burn that onto a CD and throw it out the window like it's the morning paper. Here you go, another Skyrim. Play it, you idiots! One day, they're just gonna sell you Skyrim inside bags of Doritos. Limited edition spicy Skyrim flavor. It's like Groundhog's Day, but with more dragons and fewer Bill Murrays.
They have a lot of practice making Skyrims, but they only made Oblivion once, so we gotta cut them some slack here. These are small, microscopic companies with only very little money to make games with. Oblivion Remastered is a budget title in every sense of the word.
Budget title? Man, they called up 4 interns and gave them a calculator watching a dream. Go crazy, boys, make a game. And they did.
Just one glance at the game's price tag confirms this is not going to be a Mario Kart level experience. Mario Kart 8 has over 80 vehicles to pick from, and that game is 8 years old. Oblivion just came out today and doesn't have a single car in the game. This is a $1 trillion company. I don't want to hear excuses.
The Mario Kart comparison. Classic. Really highlights the lack of vehicular mayhem in Oblivion. Although, imagine Oblivion Kart. That'd be something. Mud crabs with go-kart bodies? I'd play that.
Hello.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Must have been the wind.
Oh no! Larry the Guard has evolved into a ghost narrator. Oh, that's gold. That's the kind of dumbass logic you hear from a guy who just tripped over his own feet. Nah, must have been a draft. If you ever sneak attack a man so hard he's holding a conversation with death itself, that's Game of the Year material right there. Who's there? Who's there? Mister, you're dead. Stop role-playing as Schrodinger's guard. Also, knock-knock joke. Classic. I'm more into the knockers myself.
Why would you buy the company that makes Skyrim, a game with one of the widest selection of customizable rims since Midnight Dub 3 Club Edition, and not allow that company to continue to work their magic as they have for so many years? When Xbox made the game Starfield, I didn't want to say this because Xbox is losing a lot of money lately, but I felt like that game was kind of ripping off of Skyrim.
Have you heard about the attack on the chapel there?
No, I haven't. What's happened?
All the priests slaughtered. The whole chapel desecrated.
No!
Without question.
Have you ever thought of joining the Fighters Guild?
What the hell kind of non sequitur is that? I think she's passing you hints, my guy. Make a move before I do.
With this one, I feel they've gone too far. It's like PlayStation is the Order of Talos, Nintendo are the Knights of the Nine, and Xbox is the Thieves Guild.
Huh. Xbox the Thieves Guild. You mean the company that tried to sell us Redfall like it was made by humans? Xbox the Thieves Guild. Nintendo Shining Knights in Mushroom Armor. PlayStation Holy Warriors of Button Mashing. Xbox, meanwhile, hey, we took your lunch money. Also, here's Starfield. It's Skyrim. In space. Again. Xbox is the Thieves Guild. They stole my wallet, my time, and my last shred of hope. And then they sold it back to me for $50 and called it Deluxe Edition. No DLC included.
Oblivion is just straight up ripping off of Skyrim.
Where are you? Who's there? What's that? Who's there?
The wind!
Must have been the wind.
The game is an exact replica of Skyrim. You're in hell, you're battling imps and goblins that shoot fireballs at you. You spend the entire game running in circles through a hedge maze where everything looks the same, just like Doom.
Ah, yes. The famous Oblivion maze experience, where every hallway is the same and the monsters are just screaming IKEA furniture.
They ripped off Dragonborns, Kittyborns. I played as the cat from Garfield.
By the power of lasagna, I shall vanquish thee. Cat-born, dragon-born, Monday-born, the prophecy foretold it. I am the cat from Garfield, slayer of waffles, defender of meatballs, destroyer of basic game design.
They cannot understand why I trust you.
He trusts you? I wouldn't trust him to feed a goldfish, and this guy wants him to save the kingdom? Have you seen what he did to the last town? It's a smoking crater.
They've not seen what I've seen.
True horror.
When I think of Xbox, I think of the color green. Money is green. Halo is green. Back in the third era of gaming, the era of kings, of legends, where Xbox 360 was out, every video game was brown, because brown is a more realistic color than green. The only games to go green was Enter the Matrix and Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Paulie, let them bask for a little in that beautiful green tree of the original, legendary version of the game. Now here's the remastered grass.
The grass used to be green. Now it's like a dog puked on a carpet. This is what we call progress now. And here we see the wild Bethesda in its natural habitat. A forest of mud, a castle of dirt, and a hero made entirely of mashed potatoes. Remember when grass used to be green? I miss her.
Oh, they sent us to fucking Brown Town on this one, people. But when you see the Emperor from the old version, you realize that we can never go back to that old version now. Would have been cool to have the press the button feature for the old graphics like Halo Remastered does.
Press F to pay respects to your eyeballs.
It's a nice looking remaster, except for when the trees are doing stuff like this. If you're a younger person that's heard about this game your whole life and wants to see what all the hype is about, don't expect to be blown away instantly. It's a pretty uncinematic, slow-moving game with a lot of loading screens and talking. It's gonna take you some time before you're doing the lions in the basement quest line.
Patience, young grasshopper. First you crawl, then you kill 15 rats in a basement. Then, only then, do you become champion of Cyrodiil.
You gotta play this game like a Starfielder, sit on the bench and listen to the crackle of the roaring fireplace.
Yeah, nothing like playing an RPG by doing absolutely nothing. Truly, gaming like kings. Man, you haven't experienced Oblivion until you stared at a virtual fireplace for 45 minutes. Yes, sit down by the fire, reflect on the beauty of life, and then get murdered by 6 guards because you picked up a spoon. I was just sitting there eating my kibble when suddenly the whole Roman army bust through the door.
Live back in those times of Cyrodiil when the great Tiber Sephiroth first rose to power all those years ago. This is the type of RPG where you'll walk into Goblin Jim's cave and then die to 100 trees. You'll shoot a skeleton's head off and then behind him will be 4 novels detailing his entire life story as a pirate captain. I loved this game when I was in high school, but I'm much harder to impress now. Still, I'm having fun with it. I love sniping people from across the realm with the stupid bow and arrow. I love looking up to the star field while listening to that tranquil, serene soundtrack. I love how you wake this dude up and he's...
Who now can succeed in the quest for the relics?
Night-night.
May the 8 and 1 guide your steps.
I'd be tired after all that too, jeez.
What's truly sad about a game like Croc Remastered is that Croc is never going to get remastered again. With Oblivion, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we're going to get a Switch 2 version, we're going to get a PS6 version. The 3rd or 4th remaster, that's where Oblivion is really going to start to hit its stride. It's old in ways that make it bad, clunky in ways that make it funny, and weird in ways that make it refreshing from modern open world games.
Okay, guess who I am? Kane Lorne or Main Lorne?
It's written right there, Steve. Bravo. Brain power of a ham sandwich. This is what happens when you give every character a brain cell. They have to share. Guess who I am? Guess who I am? Who gives a rat's ass? Just tell me what to do next.
Right, the one in blue. You remembered.
Oblivion is old but gold, and we love old games because they remind us of when we were young and had time to play games like Oblivion.
And that's the beauty of it, man. Old games remind you of a time when you had time. When you could sit back, explore a whole world, and you didn't have 10 emails asking why you haven't paid your electric bill yet. Yeah, Oblivion's kind of like your childhood blanket. A little torn up, a little stinky, but you wrap yourself in it anyways because life outside is cold, cruel, and full of bad remasters.
Everybody loves Oblivion except for the Oblivion parts, which nobody likes.
Oblivion may be old, clunky, and totally insane, but hey, aren't we all? It's a beautiful train wreck, and I'm the idiot who can't stop watching. 10 out of 10 would get lost in the hedge maze again. They stole my wallet, my time, and my last shredder soul. And then they burn that onto a CD and throw it out a window like it's the new,